Rogers faced the minimum 12 batters today for the first 4 innings. He gave up a couple of singles, but in each case threw a double play ball and wiped out the effect of that base hit. Meantime, Joe Blanton, coming back in the 10th day since his last start, had a quick 1-2-3 first. It looked like he might have himself a nice rhythm. Got ahead of Hank Blaylock leading off in the second inning, but that hanging curveball got in the way. Breaking ball hit in the air, pretty well hit, right center field. It's a long run for Kutze. A lot of carry. Gone! Home run, Hank Blaylock. Just to the center field side of the 388 mark off a 1-2 pitch. It was obviously going to be deep, but it really took off. And that's number 17, and it's 1-0 Rangers. Then in the third inning with 2 out and Michael Young at the plate, that hanging breaking ball once again became a factor.
Michael Young, a right-handed hitter. It's a fly ball to left and deep. Payton is going back. He's at the track. He's going to watch, and it is gone, and Michael Young gives the Rangers a 2-0 lead.
In the fourth inning, Blaylock led off the inning. He had a great day, by the way, 4 for 5, a couple of doubles, and the home run along with a single. He led off with a double over the bag at first base down to the right field corner, but then very quickly Blanton got 2 outs and kept Blaylock at second with 2 away and worked on Gary Matthews, working carefully as if he were pitching around him. But he got in a 3-1 count, and Matthews found a pitch he could handle.
Joe Blanton's 3-1 pitch. Breaking ball bounced to the hole, threw into right, base hit. Blaylock's around third, up with the ball, Kelsey, and there'll be no play to the plate as Blaylock scores on a single to right by Gary Matthews on a 3-1 pitch, and it's 3-0 Texas.
A's got their third hit and third base runner with Chavez pop fly falling in left field to lead off the fifth inning. But once again, Rogers was able to get that comeback ground ball to the mound. A 1-6-3 double play ensued, and there were 2 out. And that was more important in light of what happened on the second pitch to the next batter, the new left fielder, Jay Payton. Swing, there's a drive to left. Cover deep, near the scoreboard, and gone! Jay Payton gets on a 1-strike pitch and homers for the second time in as many games as an Athletic. The A's are on the board, and here in the fifth, it's now Texas 3, the Athletics 1. Same count as the home run last night, 0-1.
Well, they proved last night and hit a hanging curveball. So did Kenny Rogers try to get a little bit extra on a fastball inside, and Jay Payton just hammered it, turned on it, and hammered it.
Blanton kept it at 3-1 until the sixth inning, but once again, Blaylock was a fly in the ointment, opening with a double, going to third on Soriano's single to put runners at the corners. Kevin Minch was a strikeout victim, and at that point, Ken Maka went to the bullpen for Kiko Calero to pitch to Matthews. And in a full count duel, he walked Matthews to load the bases. Still, it looked like Calero might have the way to get out of it because Richard Hidalgo, who has slumped all season long with a 2.08 average, was the next hitter. Swung on. There's a fly ball. Hit deep to right center. Long run for Kutze. Still going. Can't get it. And it bounces up against the wall. 2 runs have already scored. And rounding third and stopping is Matthews. A throw in behind him, but he's back safe. A 2-run double by slump-ridden Richard Hidalgo. And it's a 5-1 Texas lead. And then with the infield in and runners at second and third, Alomar hit a ground ball to short. Bobby Crosby bobbled it momentarily, and that was just enough because Matthews was going on contact. He was going to score, so Crosby took the sure out at first base on the hitter, putting a runner at third base with 2 out, and bringing up David DeLucci. And DeLucci does not play much against left-handers, but manager Buck Showalter kept him in this instance when Maka went to Joe Kennedy, newly acquired from Colorado, to make his first appearance as an Athletic in a lefty-lefty matchup. There's a line drive into right. It's going to get down base hit. 7-1 Rangers. And DeLucci gets only a second hit against the left-hander in 13 at-bats this year. Rogers' only walk of the day came in the sixth inning with 1 out and went to Mark Ellis. And Jason Kendall was quick to take advantage of that. Kendall drives it to left center field. Minch going to have a long run. He won't get there. It'll bounce to the wall. Here comes Ellis to third, gets the go-ahead. He will come home without a throw, and the A's close the gap to 7-2. Jason Kendall now 2 for 3 today, and 17 for his last 34, 500. Kendall was still at second. There were two out. Bobby Crosby up, and there's always a surprise in store at the old ball yard. Crosby grounds it to third. Right through the wickets of Blaylock, and around third comes Kendall coming to the plate. 7-3, Texas. Hank Blaylock, leading the American League third baseman in fielding, had one error this year coming into the series. Called for a tough error last night on a drop foul ball. This time went right through his leg. That's all the A's got, but they had narrowed the gap some. Kennedy continued on into the seventh inning, but with one out got in trouble on a Blaylock single and a walk to Soriano. And Maka trying to sharpen up his bullpen, which of course had not had a lot of work of late, brought in Justin Duxer to match up with Minch.
Now the 2-2 pitch to Kevin Minch. Breaking ball ripped left center up the alley. Nobody's going to catch that, and that ball is gone. A 3-run shot to left center by Kevin Minch, and that breaks the ball game open for Texas as they reach double figures. 10-3 Rangers.
Yabu would pitch the eighth inning for the A's, get into trouble with the bases loaded, and get out on his own with a double play and no damage done. But meantime, Cameron Lowe shut down the A's in the eighth inning, and when he went into the ninth, began to find some trouble. Everybody thought, well, he's probably going to just finish up the mop-up job. But Adam Melhuse pinch hitting for Chavez, double the left center field. Melhuse amazingly getting so few at-bats, able to come off the bench and have a sharp at-bat like that. Kelty then followed with a single, and as Melhuse rounded third and stopped, the ball was bobbled by Matthews in center. Melhuse kicked it back in gear, went on home to score, and the A's narrowed the gap to 10-4. After Payton was a strikeout victim, Brian Schaus, the left-hander, got the call from Showalter to face Swisher, who's promptly singled to center field, putting runners at first and second, bringing up Keith Gidser, who'd been struggling in a 2 for 24. There's a line drive into left center. That's a base hit. And around third on the way to the plate comes Kelty. The ball gets to the wall. Here comes Swisher streaking around third. He's going to score. 2 runs are in, and Gidser in at second base with a double. And the A's have a 3-run inning in the books, and it is now 10-6. And Cordero is pumping in fastballs down to the bullpen.
A real quality at bats for the A's in this half inning. Just kind of going left center to right center. A great approach all around.
And with Cordero throwing in the pen, Mark Ellis was the batter. Line drive, center field, base hit. Down at second, Gidser round third, coming to the plate. Matthews' throw will be cut off. Another run is in. 10-7. Ellis jumped on the first pitch. Gidser hesitated, making short, went through. But then once he kicked it in here, Ron Washington had that windmill arm going at third base, and he came home. But then Kendall flied out to left field, and the A's were down to their last out. But Mark Kotsay was not going to be it if he had anything to say about it. Swing a bouncing ball up the middle, center field, base hit. Ellis around third scores, 10-8. 2 out, tying run coming to the plate. Bobby Crosby. 50th run batted into the year for Kotsay. And you could tell there was a good part of this crowd was wondering, could the impossible happen against the guy who saved 49 games last year? Their hopes were on Bobby Crosby. Cordero trying to put out the lights, delivers. Ground ball down to short, taken by Young. Long throw in time. And the A's give it a last-ditch battle, but come up shy. Their winning streak ends at 5. And the Rangers now extend their edge over the A's from second to third place by a game and a half. As Texas power asserted itself today, too much of a lead for the A's late rush to overcome. Final score, Rangers 10, the Athletics 6. But there was some energy in that ninth inning, and the A's and their fans hope that carry over for the finale tomorrow before they hit the road for a division road trip for the week in Anaheim and Texas before they next return home after tomorrow's final game of the set. Back with the score.